Tina, something happened to you recently, but it's not what happened to you, but it was your reaction to what happened. What exactly were you out doing in the neighborhood recently when the event occurred?
We were block walking for Travis McGee, who's running for City Council District D, and I was the escort car.
What neighborhood is that in Houston?
It was Sunnyside, which I've come to find out that in 2018, it was number 6 in the country for crime.
Were you alone?
I'm in the car alone, parked across the street from where she is, talking to one of the constituents. Travis is a block over, and that's when it happened. I mean, I never even saw...
One person?
One person. It was a very tall, slender, young black man, looked like 20-ish. I mean, the first thing I heard of him was when he yanked my door open. And I looked up, and he had the gun. He pointed right in my face. And he said, "Get out of the car. I have this gun, and I will shoot you." And the first thing I thought of was my purse, and it wasn't because of the money, it was because of my phone and my purse.
Right.
My whole life is in that
on your phone, yeah.
Everybody's is. So I tried to kind of grab my little purse, which is kind of small. No. Leave the purse. That's what he said. And within 2 seconds, he was gone.
So what happened after that?
So I'm in shock. There was a man sitting on the carport right across the street.
So the cops came and...
Called the cops. They were there within about 15 minutes. They took the report. We got my license plate out there. Supposedly all the cops in the area were going to be looking for my car.
Right.
And that was it. Travis's wife took me home. Of course, I immediately get on the phone, call my insurance company, my credit card, cancel, and we try to start pinging my phone to see where it was located.
Right. Did it work?
It did work. We ended up realizing that they were, within the last 3 hours, they were still in the neighborhood.
Tina, the reason I have you here, I wanted to talk to you, is I'm going through my news feed, and I saw your story, and the first story I saw is that you got jacked. I read a subsequent note that you wrote where you showed a compassion that just threw me. In the blog post that goes with this video, I'm going to put your entire post. Tell me what you said in that post.
I basically said that I was upset when it happened, but the main emotion that came over me right afterwards was sorrow. The sorrow was for this young man that I looked at.
You looked in his eyes.
I looked in his eyes, and he was probably 20-ish, 20-something. And I saw a scared little boy. To me, that's what I felt. That's the vibration I got from him. Not that he wouldn't have shot me. I mean,
right.
I was not going to play with that.
Right.
But and then I thought to myself, what desperation brought this kid to this point in his life? There's a story behind this, and that's what we need to find out. He felt he had no other option in life to do this. That's a tragedy. We need to find out what's going on with these kids. We need to provide help to them. We need to be support for them. We need to figure this out.
Tina, that realization we know needs to be met. But a lot of people like to look at this as something that's just how they are. We know better. We know that socioeconomic reasons generates a lot of actions.
Yes.
But we need enough of the regular Americans to see that. Because policy doesn't get changed unless enough people see, there is a real reason behind what's happening.
Everybody could be there. There's people that are 1 or 2 paychecks away from being homeless. You have to put yourself in the other person's shoes and try and figure out where they're coming from. What is their life history? What have they been through in their lives? Who was there to teach them anything, or love them, or nurture them, or show them any other way to make a living?
The emotions that come over a person after being robbed. The first thing people get is carnal in nature. You want a revenge, and your thought process was, I survived this, but my God, what did he go through?
I think the guy across the street thought I was a little bit crazy because I was crying. But I wasn't crying for me. I was crying for this kid. It touched my heart. And I'll tell you what, my plan is if they find this kid, and I will press charges because he needs to learn a lesson. He's probably picking up a gun.
Right.
But I would like to stay in touch with this child and learn his backstory. If he's incarcerated, spend time with him. I want to know what's going on.
What was the genesis?
What brought him to that point where he had a gun pointed at me?
And that story, and people seeing a story like that throughout, that is what makes a difference in this country. I think if we could teach people to be the way you are, to be the way you reacted, would be a lot better. Tina, thank you so kindly for this interview.
Thank you for having me.